So we're gonna give you the last minute to kind of wrap it up. I know we had talked about the whole reflection and just kind of looking back over things. Is there anything over the last few years you think you would have done differently if you again had that magic pen?
There's a lot of things I would have did differently, but everything happens for a reason. And I'm seeing the results of that now, like the death of my son. Like I said, that is the main, I wish I did differently. I wish I had approached it, but it was no really way to approach it. I wish I had.
Did you want to tell us about that or no? Just a minute about what you felt as a black man and how we know obviously how it affected you, and the fact that each time a child gets killed in this city, you relive the death of your own child over and over and over again. But the period immediately before his death, and the period to when he actually was killed, I know there's some issues that you feel about that. Did you want to share that?
I mean, being a Black Panther, Mr. Bruce Miller, being how I was raised, man, don't mess with my family, don't. So when that happened, like I said, me and the police were arguing. We were going through our stuff in the community, but it had led down to they arrested me twice. They had put me in the hospital. I wound up taking them to court, and they wound up taking me to court. I won my cases, so it wound up in federal court. And 2 weeks after it wound up in federal court, and they told me that this is not over, my son was murdered. So, like I said, me and you've been arguing for all this time, and now I got you in federal court, and you told me you'll see me. So when my son was murdered, I took that. I mean, to this day, I don't believe in coincidence. That was a murder. They can tell me, but you shot my son in the back of the head. So, being a Black Panther, my first reaction was the revenge type thing. Because I was a father, my son, something I brought into this world 9 months, and you took it from me. And like I said, after a miracle fight, but also understanding that would, see, being a soldier in the Army, I understand it's easy to kill people. That's too easy, but it's hard to love my community and turn it around. And so being a soldier and being from the old school, it was like, what do I want, justice or revenge? And I want justice for my son. And how I'm going to get justice is fixing this community and making sure no other child gets killed. Simple as that. That's my goal. But being a human being, revenge, I mean, of course, if you look at any movie on TV, when somebody does something in America, they avenge themselves. So, I mean, this is the American way of life. Look how, but there's a cycle, man. And being a student of Malcolm, I never really understood Martin, but now being older, I understand Martin because now, like I said, when you're young, you want to fight, but as you're older, you understand the children, the women. There's a lot of innocent people when you fight that are hurt from fights. So being a little wiser
casualties
now,
of war.
the innocent casualties of war, man. And a lot of wars, the people that don't die, it's the innocent people. Like that's what's happening with our kids right now. A lot of innocent kids are being shot because they're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Right.
And see, the kids that know, that are out here on the streets, they know when to duck and when to get out the way, but the innocent kids, they like deers in the light. They get stuck and they're the ones getting shot because they don't have the training, or they don't have the they haven't been taught how to, when you see so-and-so, get out the way.
Right.
They haven't been taught the survival technique. And like the young man, did you
As
see the article?
we used to say, they're not street.
They're not street. Because you see the article about the young man that was, when the 2 young ladies got shot, he's paralyzed. But he's from the village of Walden, so I know he's not, he wanted to be streets probably, but he was in the streets and got caught up. and now he's paralyzed for life. So you also got these streets are rough, you know. So we have to learn how to be rougher on our kids in the streets.
But also, we want to make sure that we actually be a part of, I think, making the police department understand that they need to help us at this point, and the only way to help us,
We need police.
right? We need them. We need their presence, but we don't need them to be a part of the problem.
Well, as Black Panthers, we want police that look like us patrolling our community.
Right. That has some, and no matter what color they are, they need to have some compassion.
Right, they need to have compassion, you know, because I mean, it's already, if you're from that community, you know that community.
Right.
That's
Right.
all. I mean, and I'm not saying no. This is America. We supposed to be a melting pot. We shouldn't even be talking about black and white.
Yeah. Good luck on that.
2017, we
Okay.
shouldn't. But yeah. Well.
All right. Well, anyway, this is, we do this all the time. We're gonna do it a whole lot more, I'm sure. So I just want to thank you for helping me with my project.
Right.
And what I'm hoping is that we can take some of the information that you've provided, I can give it and show it to some people, and hopefully we can actually, be effective in some change. But
hopefully, if we don't do it and it don't get done, we can still do it ourselves.
see, and I've tried to work
record our conversation, because our conversation, whether we record it or not, we talk about real stuff.
Absolutely.
We talk about we come from the heart.
That's right. It's about being real. So anyway,
It's a Gemini thing.
It's a Gemini thing. It's absolutely. So I want to thank you so much,
Yeah.
and it's been great, like always.
Always.
All right.
Always.
Okay.
And
Bye.
I hope we learned something.
Thank you.